What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. And the winner of the day is Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the winner. It has finally broken out of the range that it's been in since the 9th of November, 8th or 9th of November. And we're making a break for a run for the money. Is Dogecoin going to continue the breakout, or is it just going to grab liquidity at the highs and come lower, or is it just going to stall somewhere around here and continue lower to retest the low of the range? Because we've seen sometimes that we have fake breakouts come back into the range and just range all over again. We'll get down to it and get into the smaller time frames. But before I continue, please smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, click your notifications, and comment and share the videos. And I'll give you a second to do that. If you've done it, then thank you very much. All right, let's get down to it. This is Doge on the daily. This is a very strong candle. And when we usually see it in Doge, as we've seen before, in October, we had a follow through to the upside. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we just get something like this, and then we just range and continue lower. But when Doge breaks out of a range, as we've seen over here, that we had before, the range since the June low, I believe, somewhere around here. Yeah, we had this range, this region, and we broke out with a green, strong candle, and that continued to the upside. At the moment, we're doing the same. Could this fail? Definitely, possibly. Not definitely, but it's very possible it can fail. Because first off, if you look at the weekly, we are at the 50 EMA, which is going to be our resistance for this on the weekly. On the daily, we are above the 50 EMA and trying to make it higher. And if we take other stuff like the fixed range volume profile or other kind of stuff, we will notice that the fixed range volume profile for this particular range, let's just pull from the 9th of November. This is a wide range, but we are even above the value area high. And if we pull our fib retracements for this, let's look at where are we now. We are at the 50 on the weekly, and for the fib retracement, we are at the 0.382, which is a retracement we could have if we're having a corrective wave. But looking at Doge over here, we had the low over here. We had a 1 and possibly a 2 and a big 3. So let's count that as a 1, 2, 3. And let's look at where does it take us. If we say this was the beginning of 1 down here, and then we had a 2 up here that ended, oh sorry, wrong tool. We had a 1 and a 2, a 1 over here, and then we just went from down here all the way up to about over here, and then we brought it down over here, and that one will take us all the way to we exceeded the 1.618, which is our target for wave C or a wave 3, but in altcoins you usually see that. And we see that there are some crazy moves on altcoins. And if we take a fib retracement from the low over here to the high over here, we see that Dogecoin has gone below to the 0.786. So that's a very deep retracement. I mean, could this on its own be a correction as an A, expanded B, and then a C? It's very hard to count. It's like, was this an A, B, and C? And then we'd have to have the C to the downside, and this would have to be in B, and this would be, and if we're continuing higher, then our correction should be to the upside, as in A, B, C, or A, B, and C. But then we came down again. So it doesn't, the moves are not very clear, but all I see is that we bounced off the 0.786, which was the bottom of this range, and we exceeded the 1.618, but we might have some potential to go to the upside. So to the upside, if we are to go, where or how far can we go? So if we take it from the high over here of this peak and take it to the low over here of this range, our 0.618 can go up to the 0.1275 to 0.1278. Now looking at that and looking at this large time frame, let's go to the smaller time frame to analyze it some more. We broke out of the range. So for me as a trader, if I am wanting to take this trade, I would want to see a confirmation. I don't go in on a long on a big green candle. That is a total mistake. Like, I won't say it's a total mistake, but it's not something I do. It's not advisable. I would wait at least on the hourly for the price to come down to the 50 EMA to retest it, whether the 50 is going to be here or wherever it will be. I see a retest and a hold. I will take that and maybe say, okay, stop loss below the 50 EMA. But now if you take it from here, where are you going to place your stop loss? Your stop loss will have to be below the previous low, which is here. It's such a big risk for maybe a small reward. But what would be good is if Dogecoin comes all the way down and retest the top of this range with the 50 EMA and continue higher. That will be really good. So that's the potential for Dogecoin to the upside. At the moment, if we look at it like this, we disregard the previous chart or the previous levels, and we just take it from here and we say, okay, the trend-based fib from this low to this high, and we'll get a projection for wave 3. For this wave up, we see that our 1.618 brings us to the 0.11090. So all in all is good. Doge could potentially go higher and just eat through this liquidity of these candles. I mean, yeah, these vectors. But just know along the way, you will have some resistance present, which you are at the 50 EMA on the daily. If you go higher, no EMAs there. For hourly, nothing on the hourly. But yeah, that would be my levels to watch for Doge if we go higher. The 50 EMA is right over there at the moment. So on the weekly, we haven't broken the 50 EMA. We're just recovering the previous vector candle, which may take us to the peak of this candle. Possible. Yeah, that's all my update for Doge. For the upside, I'll be looking at other charts and updating you soon. However, just keep in mind, despite what I've said, this is not financial advice. Do your own research and take your own decisions in trading. I'm just showing you what I can see. Doge could easily be in a downtrend, continue a downtrend. I mean, this could easily be a big one, and this is a 2, and you continue lower. It's very possible. We've seen it happen with other coins. It could be really crazy, but this was just the bullish side of it. On the bearish side, I can give you a target to think of. For starters, if you say Dogecoin would retrace to the 0.618 to the downside, Dogecoin can easily come and kiss at least the 0.095. That's a possibility for Doge. So if you are in a short, then you know that the next target could be 0.095, but another good target to take profit could be, just a second, another target to think of to take profit could easily be the 0.5 fib, which is at the 0.5 would be at 0.107, which you already exceeded. Actually, I did a mistake over there. You have exceeded the 0.618. You hit the 0.786. I mean, if you were in this trade, you should have taken profit, at least TP1 for this, if you're expecting lower, and move your stops into profit, because you've exceeded even the 0.786. The possibilities of a bounce are still there, but once you get below that, then yeah, you could say no, you have more downside to go. The 1-to-1 extension will bring you back to the 0.055. All right, that's all I have for Dogecoin. Thanks for watching. More trades. I'm